Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been a little bit busy, so that's why you haven't seen your weekly vlog. um Before I move on, yes, I do remember that I have promised you a part 2 of making Jamaican coconut drops. I'll be dropping that soon. And also I have another surprise with Sister Mama, something that she a lot of persons that have requested, and she has promised to walk us through the process in having that done. So today's topic is, can you handle it? And before I move on, I want to say thank you to everybody that have liked, that have comment, and have subscribed to my channel. I do appreciate your love, your time, and as I said before, you can expect greater things from me. So as I said, the topic today is, can you handle it? So it's a topic that I've been thinking about, and I've been put through some tests that I've been keep on getting that question in my ears that have been saying, can you handle it? And I asked the Lord, why are you telling me, can you handle it? Because I've been praying for some things, and some of the times I hear him saying, can you handle it? And most of the times, I believe I'm not the only person that is having this challenge. So I just want to share with you a thought that I hope will motivate you as well. So let's go. It's ready when you are. But the question is, are you ready for what you're asking God for? Can you handle it? Is your life ready for what you're seeking the Lord for? Have you started preparing for it? Have you made room for it? Or is it that you're just praying for it? And just think about these things. Take a minute to think about it. Are you ready for it? Can you handle it? Have you made room for it? Have you started preparing for it? And these are some questions that I have asked myself as well. And a lot of us have asked ourselves. Sometimes we are not truthful to ourselves, and we may not ask ourselves the question, but it keeps popping in our head, and we know we need to address it. Are you ready for it? Can you handle it? Have you made a room for it? Um, are you sure when it comes you won't be frustrated? Are you ready for it physically? Are you ready to facilitate it? Are you ready to accommodate it? Are you ready mentally, spiritually, physically? Oh, there's a myriad of questions you can ask yourself. Because in truth and in fact, some of the times you decide that, hey, you wake up a morning and you said, I'm going to ask the Lord to bless me with a pair of shoes. But you have to ask yourself the question. And say, for example, you're asking the Lord for a pair of stiletto for ladies. But some of the time, there are possibility that you have a foot condition that you're not able to stand long in heels, or you're not able to walk in it, you have a knee condition, and you're asking him for it. And you're asking the Lord because you have been asking him for other things and he has blessed you. But some of the time, because he has blessed you, you're asking him for things that you don't want it, or you know that you're not ready for it. You know that you cannot handle it. You know that your body is not ready physically for it. You're not ready mentally for it. You're not ready spiritually for it. So when you're asking him to bless you with things, you have to ensure that when it comes, you're able to maintain it. You're able to accommodate it. You're able to facilitate it. You're ready for it. You have made room for it. And I can give you a scenario with myself. I remember I had applied for a particular job, and in the job description it had, that each um ads, it would have a brief synopsis of the job description. And I said, I read through it carefully, but there was one particular thing there that I did not have, but I said I was going to challenge myself. And when I sent off that email for the job, immediately after I started praying, and I said, God, please provide it, because If I am granted this job, it would change my life significantly based on what it was. And while I wait for them to shortlist me, I prayed for it, but there's always this question popping up. Have you made room for it? Can you handle it? Are you ready for it? And I keep questioning, then Lord, if I send the resume, then that means I am ready for it. I mean, I can handle it. But it wasn't that. It was just that I wanted it because there's some things that I wanted and I know the job would allow me. But was I ready for the workload that entails, that comes with the job? And I prepared myself. And when I went to the interview and I was successful, immediately after the based on, because you can know when you have done something right from wrong. Immediately after the interview, I start worrying. So my praying now become worrisome. So I stopped praying and I started to worry. Because I started to ask myself, it's like the voice keeps getting louder. Can you facilitate it? Can you accommodate it? Are you ready for it physically? Are you ready for it mentally? Are you ready for it spiritually? And me keep on asking God, what is me put myself in? So some of the time, we ask ourselves, we put ourselves in situation, we pray about things, but we know that we're not ready for it. We just pray, I would say sometimes just for the hype. And then when you reach to a section of the journey, then you start to worry and you get flustered. And it's like you become no use to yourself, or you're not able to do the job or whatever it is effectively because you were not prepared for it. You did not make room for it. You know that you could not handle it, but you still push yourself out there for it. Even for some of the times, especially for ladies, everybody when you're little, everybody wants to get married. But getting married, you have to think about it even before you meet your significant other. You have to think about it. Can I handle marriage? Have I made room for it? Am I prepared for it? Am I ready for it? Because sometimes some simple things in a relationship can let it becomes haywire, Because for example, you are the person that when you go into the bathroom, you after using the toilet, you close down the lid. And if you have a husband and each time he goes in there, he doesn't close down the lid, it's up. That can be something that it can cause the relationship to go AY, because some of us takes some simple things to our all-time high, and it causes us to be miserable. It can be that suppose a person eat but doesn't like to wash dishes. It can be a myriad of things. Suppose you decide that, hey, I'm going to go back to school because all my friends is going back to school. But are you the type of person that will study? Are you the type of person that will complete assignments? Or are you just a hands-on person that instead of going to a university or college to do say studies, academic studies, are you a person that is fit to go to a training center where you can capitalize on your skills? You have to ask yourself all of those questions. Can you handle it? Are you ready for it? Have you made room for it? Can you facilitate it? Can you accommodate it? Are you ready mentally, physically, and spiritually? We have to be very truthful to ourselves when we're asking God for things. Because once you ask, He's going to grant it to you. You might ask Him that tomorrow, Lord, let me get a call that I have gotten through with, say, for example, a grant. Or I have gotten through with a visa or something that you have asked Him for. But you still have to ask yourself, are you ready for it? Can you handle it? You see, much time I keep repeating it because I believe that this is something that is causing a lot of problems. And sometimes, especially in Jamaica, when you go into establishment and the customer service is so poor, and you would ask them, so we better look work for you. You know what don't work? Because what happened is there's some place that you seek employment and you seek it because you see the ads. Not that you want to actually work there, you just want the money. And when you go there and see the myriad of work that jobs entail, then you realize everything changed. And with everything change, you get miserable. So the customer service that you're supposed to have, you don't have it again because you weren't ready for it. You didn't make any room for the myriad of customers that you would have. You did not prepare yourself for whether a high salary or a minimal amount for the salary. There are so many things that you have to take in consideration. And I believe that is something that is causing a lot of problems because we're not ready for certain things. We ask for it, we work for it, but we are not ready for it. We cannot handle it. So as you go through this week, each time you pray and ask God for a particular situation, just be truthful to yourself and ask yourself, let's go. Repeat after me. Can I handle it? Am I ready for it? Have I made room for it? Can I facilitate it? Can I accommodate it? Am I ready spiritually? Am I ready mentally? Am I ready physically? I do hope for this week you were richly blessed by this motivational thought. Um, I just want you to just think about it so that it can lessen our chance of making mistakes as well. Once you're truthful to yourself and you ask yourself those questions, then we'll have less mistakes. All right. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Specky Speak. As I said, I do appreciate your likes, your subscribe, and your comments. Continue to share. Click on the notification bell that once I post a video, you'll be first to know about it as well. And I have been saying this for about a week now, and I just feel like leaving this quote with you. Don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Hear what I said? Don't let anybody steal your sunshine. And saying that means sometimes you go out and persons will react to you in a negative way. They're trying to steal your sunshine. Don't let anybody steal your sunshine. You might go out and somebody may say something distasteful to you. Don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Don't let anybody stop you from waking up tomorrow morning and seeing the wonderful sunshine apart from the Lord God that has blown breath in your body. So don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Don't let anybody stop you from seeing the sunset in the afternoon. Because some of the time, some persons are there just to distract you. Don't be distracted. Just remember, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Bye for now, guys. I'll see you guys next week for another episode. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Bye, guys. Hi, everyone. So, Specky Speak have to address the elephant in the room that happened on Sunday night at the Oscars. So, I'm just going to share with you the clip from it, and then we're going to talk about it. All right. So, let's go. Hope you can see. Oh, wow.
Will Smith. The feed goes silent, and so does the audience after Will Smith takes a swing at Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars. It all went down after Chris made a crack about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her shaved head.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay.
While Will appears to laugh at first, things immediately turn sour as he takes to the stage, slapping Chris straight across the face.
Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith.
The sound on the broadcast suddenly cut out in the moments following the altercation, but international markets saw the feed in full. Will shouting at the top of his lungs, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth." Clearly shaken and unsure how to proceed, Chris responds the best way he knows how, with another joke.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
So what happened next? E.T. has learned that Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry pulled Will aside for a private chat during the commercial break that followed. Denzel was up against his pal for the Best Actor trophy at the show.
I mean, it's a lot of emotions. This is a long time.
Wow. I have to laugh before I comment on it. I don't know what to say. I feel it for both parties involved. Um, as comedians, um, comedians or comedy is or comic stand-up comedy is based mostly on things that are around you, and it's about thinking quick on the spot, just thinking on the spot. Some of it is rehearsed, but not all. And for Sunday, it was a very unfortunate situation. I felt for both persons. um I believe from the quote unquote entanglement that had happened between Will and his wife, I believe he was carrying a burden on his shoulder, and it was something that he wanted to prove that he is the man of the house. He's not a boy, he's not a walkthrough. And when he laughed and his wife gestured like, oh my god, not again, he at that point he takes it as an opportunity to stand up for his woman. And most of us ladies, if you have a man and you're in a situation that you felt awkward or felt uncomfortable, you would have felt good for your man to stand up for you and defend you. But in this situation, I don't think it was something that needs defending. As I heard most persons have been saying, it could have been dealt with differently in terms of Will could have actually gone um, and speak to Chris after the after the Grammys. He could have also, let me fix my camera. He could have addressed the situation after the Grammys. Sorry, the Oscars. He could have pulled him aside and said, I do know we're both comedians, and something was said about my wife that I felt uncomfortable with. So going further or going moving along, it would be best if you don't use person's health condition for jokes. And I am told that Chris Rock did not even know that she had alopecia. And I always tell persons, you don't have to walk around with a big placard and saying, this is my medical history, or this is my medical condition. It's not necessary. A medical condition is something personal, and it should be kept personal. And it's very distasteful for somebody to poke at your medical condition, because remember, sickness is respect of no man. You could be very poor, you could be very rich. When sickness decide that it's gonna come through, it's just gonna come through. But I believe it was a very sad and very awful situation. As I said, Will reacted based on ego. He reacted based on just, I think what happened, it was the straw that break the camel's back. And if you can think about a straw or a feather that is so light and a camel that is so big, and for that small thing to let you explode. And we can attest to that. Some of the time you're in, I don't know about anybody, have you ever been in any situation that after you react, it was so simple and you react to the situation, and after that you say, Jesus, what did I do? It's like you're ashamed of yourself. So I believe that was the situation. But I also must commend Chris Rock. He did not retaliate. He could have gone in either way. He could have maybe slapped him back. He could have behaved in a vulgar manner. But he was very shameful. It looks that way, because at one point it seemed like he was at a standstill, like didn't know what to do, like thinking, what happened, what really just happened a while ago, you understand? But he reacted well, and I must applaud him for that. It was very unfortunate for Will. He was given an Oscar for best actor for a movie, and the incident overshine his accomplishment and others as well, because it almost seems like it's only Chris Rock and Will was at the Oscars. So it was just a very sad situation, and I'm hoping nothing like this will happen again. The world is full of so much violence that you're looking to somebody to uplift you or to motivate you, and we tend to look at persons that are celebrities for a little motivation. So for our role model, for them to display that, that was very distasteful. comment below and tell me what you think about it. Do you think Chris Rock was wrong for his utterance of the G.I. Jane joke? Do you think Chris was wrong based on his reaction to it as well? What could have been done differently? Just give me your feedback, your comments. Let me see if your views are similar to mine or it's different. And it's just sad overall. It's just really sad overall. But it has also, and I believe it should help us to think that when you're going to do something, think about it first. Don't go with ego. Think with your brain. Don't think with your ego. And think about it and saying, if I do this, when I look back at it, would I be proud of myself? When I look back at it, would it be the right thing? Just, there are so many questions you can ask for yourself. But I just want to say congratulations to all those who were nominated, and also to all the winners at the Oscars. Some persons are saying if the incident didn't happen, they wouldn't have known about the Oscars, and that is true. I didn't even know. Normally, the Oscars is aired on TV, local TV. There was no advertisement. There was nothing, and really and truly, we haven't been hearing a lot about movies because the coronavirus had overshadowed all of those things. So well, that's just my thought on it. It's just sad. All right, guys, so just comment, as I said. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my videos, tuning into my channel. I do appreciate you, and just have yourself a wonderful day. And as I said, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Don't let anybody stop you from seeing the sunset. All right, guys, bye.